Your stories, our community. This is Local 5 News with Tom Zaleski, Michelle McCormack, and Chief Meteorologist Luke Sample.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tom Zaleski. Michelle McCormack has the night off.
We had an election that was stolen,
and it must end now.
We have got to stop this.
We are living through history as last week's events at the U.S. Capitol building will be talked about for a long, long time. Moments after President Trump made a speech to his supporters, the Capitol was swarmed with people holding American and Trump flags. Some people even made it inside the Capitol. Those individuals have since been identified and were arrested for their actions. 5 people died during the chaos, including an officer who was trying to control the crowd. So how do teachers go about teaching what happened at the U.S. Capitol? Local 5's Eric Richards talked to some educators on how they are planning their lessons.
For any teacher, it's really hard. We're still trying to process the information that is happening, and we're trying to help the students process as well.
We are talking about what so many are still reacting to, the riots and insurrection that took place at our nation's capital on January 6th. We all saw it unfold, and so many questions come to mind. Amy Gunderson is a U.S. history teacher at Neenah High School.
I will just kind of give, here are the events, here's what happened, even from my point of view.
Gunderson says that she then opens up the class to a forum setting for students to ask questions and concerns that they might have based on what they've seen. What are the overall reactions?
I would say more intrigue and concern than comical.
The educators that we talk to say that the key to getting through this, as far as explaining it to children and young adults, is making sure that you have factual information. At the college and university level,
you have to put this into historical perspective. We are, in many ways, through the looking glass here. I don't know whether there is any direct historical comparison.
Education is a proper base in trying to explain what has transpired in D.C.
I think it's important, first and foremost, that people educate themselves. I think that something that I teach my students about is something we call media literacy.
Which is being able to decipher what appropriate sources are, which includes social media. Meanwhile, all eyes remain on our nation's capital. In Neenah, Eric Richards, Local 5 News.
Thanks, Eric. And if you are unsure of how to answer questions pertaining to recent events, you can always reach out to your local school district for guidance on the subject. Turning now to coronavirus.